Step 1. After 3 months of binging woodworking videos, resolve to build a corner desk. With zero experience, no tools, and a slight fear of the highly powered spinning blade that is a circular saw, give yourself an unrealistic timeline for completion. Say 3 weeks? Step 2. Unknowingly, select wood that is not ideal for a desk. Get the cheap stuff from Home Depot. Attempt to square up the edges with a circular saw and a straight edge. Step 3. Drill pocket holes. Lots and lots of pocket holes. To compensate for the futile attempt at making straight edges, the pocket hole screws will keep the boards secure against one another to make up the desk surface. Lots and lots of screws will make up for your lack of woodworking experience. Step 4. Now, glue the boards together. Clamp them so tightly that you begin to warp the panel. Don't worry though, this will add on many more hours of labor to help perfect your craft. Thank yourself. Now that the panel is warped, you can drill in the screws. Let the glue dry overnight. Take a moment to appreciate how imperfect your surface is and the hours of work that lay ahead. Step 5. Even out the surface. Mark the high spots with a straight edge and a pencil. These are the areas you need to flatten. Then buy the cheapest electric hand plane you can find. And spend hours evening out the panel. Then spend many more hours sanding and smoothing out your surface. Sand to the point of creating even more unevenness. At this point, you can stop sanding. Step 6. Make the unfortunate discovery of why your wood selection was poor. You have included the pith, the center of the tree. It's soft and moist. Dig it out, fill it with epoxy, and make it into a design element. Congratulate yourself for adding hours of more work to your project. Remind yourself of how much fun you're having. Step 7. Touch up the surface of the desk by filling knot holes with glue and sawdust. Rub the goo into the cracks and scrape it off. And now fill the voids where the pith once was with epoxy. Make sure to completely mess up the ratios of the epoxy mix so it doesn't harden as intended. Then do it over correctly. Let the epoxy cure overnight. Then pull off the tape that helped keep the resin in place. Make note to never use that tape for that purpose again. And spend the next hour taking off the tape's gooey residue. Show appreciation to have learned yet another precious lesson. Once the epoxy has hardened completely, take off the excess with a blow dryer and a chisel. Sand again, and recognize while sanding that you could have waited to sand at this point all along. Step 8. Put a polyurethane finish on the desk. And be confused about how you didn't screw this step up. Step 9. Build the base. I use king tubes. They're steel pipes that can be joined in all sorts of ways and angles. The first step is to cut them to the necessary lengths based on your plan. I used a pocket knife to mark my measurements. Then you use the pipe cutter to make the cuts. You spin it around the pipe at your marking, tighten it, and spin it around some more until the pipe breaks. Once you have made all your cuts, you can join them with the pipe joints. There are all sorts of ways of connecting the pipes. This is based on your plan. Then you tighten all the joints with an Allen wrench. To assess the strength of the pipe fittings, let the pipe fall on your finger. If it causes pain, you have done it correctly.
Fuck!
The last part of the process is to fasten the base to the desk top. I had to use shims because my surface was uneven. Then just drill in the screws using the pipe to surface fasteners. And the last step, step 10. After 4 months of frustratingly hard work, show off the desk. Hug the desk. And tell everyone you know that you built a desk.